we did was turn the camera on.
Right. We're live now.
I'm gonna just unpop this for now because this TV is not working. It's supposed to.
And we'll get this together in time for the next meeting, I guess. Now, right. Jeff is here, Christian is here. Maybe we got 11 people up. Welcome. Nice to have you all here. This is our second meeting. We have a few more people than we did the last time. Hopefully that's a tradition that will continue to exacerbate and we'll wind up with more people at each meeting. It's a nice group though. I'm happy to see you all. Nice to have you here. I've been active in clubs for many, many, many years. The first club I ever joined was the Potomac Valley Club, which still exists. It's in over near DC, I guess south of DC. They've been around for about 60 years. It's an old club and a powerful club with a depth of membership and activity that really is kind of extraordinary. So I've been able to see some of the wonderful things that can happen with clubs. We started one in Baltimore right around the time that we opened the National Aquarium. That club is still going, is my understanding. I haven't been active with it for years. I was in New England and belonged to a club in New England and Boston, and then moved to Florida where I became active with the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society, TABS, another really, really great club with a depth of membership that's kind of extraordinary. They have a number of scientists, aquatic scientists or ichthyologists as members of their club. They also are kind of a key group for a number of other organizations like the Florida Killifish Association, which is part of the American Killie Association. There are national and even international club organizations here in this country and around the world, so we're part of something very large. The club started back, this is something I'm sure you don't know, clubs started in the 1850s. And they started when the first people figured out how to make glass flat. And it was made by pouring molten glass over hot metal. They used tin, copper, iron, other kinds of hot metal, so it would sit on it. It would sit on top of it and then harden and could be separated from the metal. That was the That was the origin of flat glass, and two things happened. That was about 1856 when that was called floating glass, when that was first developed. Two things happened after that. People immediately began using that glass in their homes as windows, and they also began cementing them together to make little glass boxes for tropical fish. Now, back then, there were no tropical fish coming out of anywhere. It just didn't happen. The fish that people had back then were fish from their own region. They were local fish. So around here, it would be perhaps brackish fish, saltwater fish, or freshwater fish. And we have a number of those species that you can catch locally. That was the beginning of the hobby. And as a result of that, there were countless clubs. Every major city had, well, Baltimore, up until the 1950s, had 47 fish stores in Baltimore City. Imagine that, 47 fish stores when I was a kid. Back in the 1850s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, there were that many clubs in Baltimore and in every other city here and in Europe. It was insanely popular, something that just took hold of people's imaginations because it became possible to keep this little glass box with fish in it in your home. And all of us have experienced the wonder of that. That's what gets people into this hobby to begin with, is the vision, the inspiration, and the excitement of having something so wonderful in a fish tank in their home. The difficulty we have today is that the hobby has been taken over by people who are using it as a way of becoming wealthy. And so they've developed all kinds of things that they convince the hobbyists they have to have in order to be able to keep fish. And those things include a whole boatload of chemicals, none of which serve any genuine value. None, not even one. Not even one of them are really vital to keeping fish. They're all a way for people to make money. That's all they are. Gravel. When gravel hit in about 1960, late 60s, and it came on top of sand, because sand was the preferred substrate. It came when a friend of mine, John Coleman, who was head of he was head aquaculturist at Shedd Aquarium in Chicago, one of the oldest public aquariums in the country. Actually, for many years, the oldest. There was one a little bit older that was started in Philadelphia in about 1939 by Robert Ennis. I have his early book. He was the most famous person in the hobby in the 1930s. He wrote a book which my grandmother gave me when I graduated from college in high school in 1959. He started the Philadelphia Aquarium. The war came, everybody who knew how to take care of fish got drafted. There was nobody left to take care of the fish. They closed it down, and eventually it just folded and got bulldozed down. So it lasted a year or two was all. But in the meantime, the Shedd Aquarium had taken hold and was strong, and they were able to keep it going. John Coleman, who I met at Shedd back in the 1970s when I was working to build the National Aquarium, and I was visiting him and also visiting the Boston Aquarium to see how they were doing it, what they were doing. And he took me around, had a great time, saw they had, at that point, were just beginning to build their big 1 million gallon aquarium, wasn't built yet. And he opened a vat in the floor that had 100,000 gallons of water in it, and there was a 10-foot shark in there. It was just remarkable. I met John when I moved to Florida. He did too. Met him 15 years late, almost 20 years later, and we became best friends. Traveled around collecting, just did just a mad variety of stuff. But what he was doing for Shed was traveling all over the world collecting. One of the places he loved to collect was in the Mediterranean Sea, and specifically off the coast of Spain, where the water is cold and deep, and there are invertebrates that can't be found anywhere else. There is a public aquarium there, and he visited there and discovered that they had, through their open system, taking water out of the sea and running it through their tanks, they had developed an undergravel system that he fell in love with, and he brought it back to Chicago, installed it in Chicago, and that kicked off the undergravel filter industry, which was like thunder in the hobby through the late 60s, 70s, into the 80s. Finally kind of petered out into the 90s. There's still people who do it today. John swore by it till the day he died.
I hear they're making a comeback.
Are they? Is that right? Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's a strange thing about undergravel filters. They become most effective when they stop working. And what I mean by that is they're pulling detritus, pulling waste down into the gravel, which packs in. And as it packs in, it creates new channels, which pack in. When it finally gets all packed in so that there's very little water running through it, that's the point where it is most effective, because it's breaking down waste. It's creating exactly what we do here with soil and sand. That's when people decide, oh, it's not working anymore, so they tear it down and start over again. My recommendation to people who have undergravel filters is pull the tubes out, take them out of the tank, put an inch of sand on top, and keep on going, because you're in great shape, you just don't know it. So what followed then was the work that was started by Merle Cohen. Merle Cohen is a Marylander. He had his first shop on Greenmount Avenue in Baltimore City. He and his brother started a little shop back in the early 1950s. They were traveling down to Florida. There were a few farms down there who were beginning to raise fish like platies and guppies and mollies. No angels yet, that came later, but some of the more common stuff. And they would drive them back up and then sell them to the 47 fish stores in Baltimore City. So they became an early wholesaler. Later, they developed that into a 20,000 square foot wholesale operation that was magnificent, where they were serving the whole central East Coast. It was just really remarkable. He invented a couple of things: plastic bags, styrofoam boxes. Before plastic bags, I remember buying tropical fish that I took home in little Chinese carryout, the cardboard little boxes with a wire handle. That's how they used to sell fish, in those little boxes. Back up into the 60s, fish were sold that way, until Merle broke through the industry with plastic bags of all things. They were being made, they were being sold for food and whatever else. He adapted them to tropical fish. I could go on in that vein forever. It's just really kind of amazing. But when I retired, I was a missionary. I worked with deaf people as my career. When I retired, I went to Florida. I'd always dreamed of going to Florida. went to Florida and I got involved in collecting all the stuff that's in Florida. Got involved with some fish farms and some other fish people, some of the clubs, and then had a chance to open a little shop, which I did. Somebody gave me some money to move into a bigger facility, so I did that. That was in about 2010, 25 to 2010. What I decided to do then was something that was beginning to happen that Diana Wallstead was a part of, and a number of other people as well. Merle Cohen, who I mentioned, started it. He had a friend in the Far East, in Thailand, I think, who was keeping saltwater fish in huge big tanks outdoors in front of hotels with no power of any kind. No filtration, no light, just big tanks sitting there. He brought water in from the ocean, installed a substrate in it with live corals, and had these magnificent saltwater tanks running in the open. Of course, it was warmer, more tropical environment. So he was able to do that. Merle saw that, and he brought the concept back to the States. It was picked up by some people in Utah who had bought some property over a thermal vent, which is warm water bubbling up. They added salt to that, built huge trays, and began raising coral. They were called GARF, Geothermal Aquatic Research Facility. And they were the beginning of the whole movement of natural environments for tropical fish. It started with saltwater. And then through the efforts of Amano and Diana Wallstead, it began to move into freshwater, but never really took hold because there were problems with it. Two main problems. One was they depleted. They were putting gravel on top of, never got away from the gravel, on top of dirt, and the water was flowing through the gravel and washing out the nutrients. So they were getting a lot of algae in the water column, and the nutrients were depleting, so plants were no longer growing. I decided when I opened my shop, I wanted to figure out how to resolve those issues. So I did two things. I converted from gravel to sand because my assumption was that with sand, water wasn't going to flow through it quite as fast. It would go through, but much more slowly. And number two, I found some ways to add to the nutrient base of the soil. The problem with soil in a fish tank is once it's in there, you can't do much to improve it. You can put fertilizer in, but that really doesn't improve anything. So I came up with, we got a pack of it here somewhere. You've all seen our supplement. It currently has 21 different ingredients, which include up to 75 of the elements on the periodic table. Another organization that I began studying and working with, here's the product, was the organic farming industry. Some major breakthroughs in organic farming have occurred in the last 5 to 10 years. And it has primarily to do with enriching the soil with organics and with microfauna, with biological life. They discovered that both are absolutely fundamental to being able to create an environment where plants can thrive. Well, I assume if that's true for the dirt, for Earth, it's true in an aquatic system as well. So I began bringing in wild culture and installing it in the fish tank, along with soil supplemented to include the primary ingredients. This is called aqua preta. It's a takeoff of terra preta. How many of you heard of terra preta? Nobody's heard of terra preta. Terra preta is a soil that was developed by the Aztecs 2,000 years ago that is so rich in biologicals. Oh, thank you. So rich in biologicals that even today when they find it, pits of it, they can add it to the poorest possible earth, and it enriches it such that within a year it's a fully enriched soil. I'm doing the same thing with this. With this and the formula that we have for soil, by putting everything in there that the plants need. Some of the luminaries in the organic farming field have made the claim that in answer to the question, what minerals do plants need? Their answer is all of them. They need, there are 100 different minerals in the periodic table. Plants need at least access to all of them. The truth is we don't know what they need. Only they know what they need, and they signal to bacteria with hormones that trigger certain bacteria to produce certain byproducts out of the available mineral base in order for them to get the nutrient they need. So there's an intricate relationship between and the minerals and nutrients that are in the soil that make it possible for the plant to grow naturally. What do they need? They need what they need. The best we can do is give them as much as we can so that they can get what they need. And that's really what this is all about. We've got upwards of 75 of the 100 minerals that comprise the periodic table in this. That's what's available to the plants in our system. So after 15 years of doing that, I shut the shop down, moved up here, and began talking with some people who I'd become friends with on our Discord server. And they had been doing this, they'd been working with this system, I'd been promoting it on YouTube, and they wanted to put together a book that would detail it, that would actually dig into it on a scientific level, and figure out exactly why it works and how it works, and to make that available as a way of making this revolution solid. They spent 2.5 years and developed this, the Natural Aquarium. It's 400 pages of intense, deep, and thorough research, written in a way to make it easy to read and easy to understand. It's written for the hobbyists. It's not written for the scientists. It's written by scientists, but also by authors, by people who write. We had one woman, one of our major editors, writes children's books. And she knows how to take scientific technology and break it down to make it understandable. So she had a hand in this. A number of just remarkable people. And it covers the waterfront. Almost every page has pictures. Pictures, tables, charts. So it's full of illustrations of what we're doing. And it goes through the details of how to start, of what to look for, of how to build that tank, and how to leave it alone and let it do what it needs to do. And that's really the key to the system, to set it up and to walk away to observe it, to use your eyes and your mind and your heart to see and understand what's going on, and then to pursue that, to respond to it rather than try to control it. Because the minute we try to control it, we destroy it. And that's why 90% of the people who try to start a fish tank in this country and in Europe, who try to start a fish tank, fail. And they fail not once or twice, they fail until they quit and won't have any more to do with it. They'll walk away from it and say it's impossible. And they're right. It is impossible to do it the way they're being taught to do it. Because what they're being taught to do is to create a sterile environment. Nothing lives in a sterile environment. Nothing organic, nothing that's alive is capable of living in a sterile environment. Sterility is like poison. It lacks everything. It lacks everything that's required to maintain life. And so the industry, which is teaching us how to create a sterile environment, is really teaching us how to spend money on all kind of stuff to pump that pump. Here's the trick though. They don't care about what happens to that customer after the first 3 months, because they're going to be gone. They churn a customer base. It's a constant churn. They get people in, they get them to spend typically $500 to $1,000 in the first 2 to 3 months, and then they're gone, never to come back. That's the way the system, that's what the big box stores are based on. That's their business model for tropical fish. And it stinks. And it's rotten to the core. It's unethical. It's unnecessary. And we're going to beat them into the ground with this. And I think this book has the potential to do it. I hope it does. It needs to be done. So it's now available on Amazon. Barnes & Noble has it. It's being pushed out internationally. It's available right now in India, in Europe, in England, Canada, Australia. Has not yet moved into the Far East, but it's on its way. All of that's happening now. We got a major publisher to pick it up, and they were excited to do it. So we're hopeful. Make sure you get a copy. All right, that's all I got to say right now. Any questions, observations?
Are you selling copies of those?
Yes, we have some to sell.
Are you selling signed copies of those?
We're selling signed copies for $89. It contains the signature of every one of the authors, plus a personal dedication to you by me. So yeah, it's the authors are located in Denmark, Copenhagen, London, Scotland, and San Diego, and here in Salisbury. So what we have done is we've had them all sign labels, and we paste those labels in the book on a labeled page. So you have their actual signature in the book. We couldn't very well send the books all over the world to do that, but it took us about a month to get all these labels together. And it's pretty nice. It looks official. Have you got one to show, Brenda? You don't have one to show, do you? Do you have one with labels in it? Brenda's been putting them together. She's our detail person. There's the sheet. You don't have a book with them in it yet, do you? Okay, all right. So that fits on this inside front page, right here, and with it pasted in there, it's a decal with it pasted in. You got one there? Yeah. With it pasted in there, it looks like it. Look, there you go. She's got one. So yes, that's available. That is not available through Amazon, only through us. Any other questions? So let's go around a little bit. I want to talk with you, or get you to talk about what you're doing. Just talk for a minute about what do you have for fish, how long you've been doing it, what you're keeping, and how you feel about it. Why don't we start here and just work our way around? Can you talk a little louder?
I'm 55, 6 angels, chocolate echo, and 4. And I just got
Wahoo.
Yeah, the truth is, he would not eat plants until he got bigger.
One big
Bull
He's
crap.
eating plants. Right?
He likes plants.
They do. They love plants.
I mean, what? I have 5 cord cats
Hmm.
in the home tank. Got a Siamese algae fish who's getting ready to get flushed.
Uh-oh. What's
He's picking on everything.
he's chasing everybody. If you don't see knit fins, don't worry about it. The fish normally chase. That's very normal
I
behavior.
don't know. He goes from one to the other to the other.
The slime coat off fish.
Not likely, unless you see him sucking on them. It's normal for fish to chase each other. That's never the real issue. The real issue is whether they're nipping their fins, and that's when it creates problems.
Keyhole cichlid.
Oh, nice. You got some pretty nice fish.
To electric fluid chloride.
Hmm.
That came from here.
Wow. It's
There's polar blue.
a polar blue cichlid, right?
Polar blue cichlid and the white one.
A cara. Yeah.
What?
It's an acara.
What's the white?
It-
Polar blue parrot.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Right.
What's the white parrot? Yeah.
White parrot, right.
Huh?
The white parrot?
Yeah. They're not called white parrot. They're called something else.
It's usually a platinum parrot.
Platinum parrot. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Ah,
We got one big angel.
So I have a 40-gallon breeder at my office at work.
oh, nice.
It is super planted, doing awesome.
Wonderful.
So we had a big angel in the home tank, and then his fins started getting all shredded. So I took him out, took him to the work tank, which just has like cardinals and stuff in it. And he's doing great in there. He loves that.
Need to get him a partner, start having babies. Nice.
I have a 125 with Jack Dempsey, Severum, an Oscar, and a couple tiger parrots.
How big's your Severum?
What's that?
How big is your Severum?
It's only like 6-7 inches somewhere.
Oh, getting there.
What type
Get-
of Severn is it?
Green shoulder, red shoulder,
No, like the
gold.
orange with like yellow.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
Yeah. I had one for years. It was like one of the first fish I kind of started with. That was like born with like this gammy fin, but it lived like 12 years. And then and in the same tank I have a scarlet cactus pleco.
Hmm.
He's like 12 inches, and then a
Wow.
chocolate rhino pleco that's also like 12 inches. I just bought a 210 on Marketplace.
Wow.
That I'm in the process of like resealing. It's my first reseal,
Uh,
so I'm like kind of taking it slow.
That
And
always scares me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm kind of taking it slow and doing all the research I can and whatnot, but hope to get that in. So,
that's great.
yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, I had a number of big tanks in Florida. Biggest I got here is the 125
Yeah.
in the ponds. I'm looking for a big tank.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough. I just moved here from New York, and there were places that like I couldn't even, they wouldn't even let me rent because just
Right.
the 125, much less the 210.
Right, right. Nice. You together?
Yeah.
Who's gonna?
We have puffers in it, and a tank with shrimp, and a tank with African cichlids. And last time we came here, we got angelfish, and yesterday it had its third round of eggs.
Oh my!
Now I have a tank with just the little baby angelfish, and then the next round of fish and eggs.
Nice.
So I don't know
You know, you're going to bring them in here. We're going to give you store credit for them. They jump up. They jump. They do great. That's exciting. And you guys in the back.
I've got a 75 that's not even got water in it yet.
Oh my.
I'm trying to figure out how to set it up naturally. I've had fish tanks for 50 years. His mom had fish tanks for 30 years before that. And her tanks were set up a lot like this. But of course, when we got tanks, and I got UV sterilizer, I got lighting, I got all this crap that I probably never heard of.
Well, we need to talk. We'll get you straight.
Exactly, how to set
Right.
75 up. But right now I've got a 52 corner with my angels in it. And we're gonna go 20 long with an axolotl in it.
Nice.
This 75 is gonna be my mission.
Right. We have a friend in Easton who raises axolotls, and we get them from her. We have a few here, and now we have a local person who bought some from us about 2 years ago, and she's having babies, and brought the babies that are out front are from her. This is one of the things that I'm excited about is getting hobbyists locally to start breeding things and kind of build the population of animals that way. That's really exciting. So I'm very excited about your angels.
Can you keep more than one exotic together?
You can, if they're the same size. You can keep pairs together. And,
sex?
pardon?
Same sex?
No, you can keep male and female together.
Yeah.
They when they're young, they'll eat each other. When they're really babies, because they eat anything that moves. They're kind of born blind, so they only know to grab and bite whatever's coming by them, and it's usually each other. So the numbers go down pretty dramatically early on unless you keep them separated. But by the time they get to 3 or 4 inches, they stop doing that. And at that point, you generally, if you're keeping them, you're maintaining a food supply that keeps them satisfied and kind of out of each other's mouths. Who else is over there? Oh, you guys. Yeah, we need to hear from you guys. These guys have been coming in here since we've been open, almost 2 years, every week, buying fish and just being excited about everything's here. And we're so happy to have you. It's just been a real joy. Anything happening on here?
You're young yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel like we've come to the right place in Salisbury. I think the thing about Salisbury and so much of the Eastern Shore is that it's really family and community oriented, and so there's an interest in doing things in the home, which is really what the hobby is all about. It's a home hobby. In many ways, it's a hermit's hobby. It's things that people do all by themselves. Um, but when it's part of a family, I think Salisbury and the Eastern Shore are just uniquely appropriate, and that's really what I've found. People are finding us all the time who've had fish for years, or have wanted to have fish for years, but I haven't had a place to go that this side of Glen Burnie, at least.
Seems like pet stores are a dying thing. When I was first got into hobby, of course I've been in the hobby 45 years, there was a pet store in every town.
That's right.
Now you're hard to find now.
Yeah, and the main reason for that is that the hobby has become so dry goods oriented, and the local fish store can't compete
Right.
because they can't buy. I'll give you a good example. When the big box stores do their aquarium sales, they're selling at below wholesale. The local fish shop cannot buy fish that cheap, cannot buy tanks that cheaply from their own wholesaler. A pet supermarket, Pets Plus, all of those are owned by the same company. They also own the wholesaler, they own the manufacturer. It's a vertical monopoly from the top to the bottom. They're all owned by one big company called A-Pet that's based in England. They own everything, and so they control everything. And they're primarily all about dry goods. They're really not about fish at all. What's happened though is, and it's beginning to shift, I'm for the first time able to buy fish from around the world through transshippers. There are some transshippers that have been around for a while that have learned how to, they've learned who to work with and how to work with them and how to help the local shop get quality fish at a much reduced price, which makes it possible then for a shop to do what we're doing, to sell fish, to sell livestock, and to sell the basic ingredients. The substrate that we have, the supplement, even the food that we have, you can't get it in a big box store. They don't sell it. They're not trying to do that. So I think what we're trying to build is a different model for the local shop that'll bring it back to life and bring it back into the community as a source of just the amazing variety of animals that are available in the hobby. And there are more and more. There are fish being discovered and being bred in captivity and being imported. Every year there are a dozen new fish nobody's ever heard of that are being brought into farms. They're learning how to breed them. They're multiplying them. They're getting them into the system and getting them out. It's really remarkable. And that's a real breakthrough. So what we need to be able to do is provide the system to make it possible to keep those fish without having to go through the nastiness that that industry has been forcing upon the hobby. So that's what we're all about. We're part of the revolution. So welcome to the revolution. We are going to do an auction. We've got a few items here. You brought some shrimp. Did anyone else bring anything to auction off? Okay. They're coming. They're coming. If you bring an item to the auction, you get 75% of whatever it goes for, and the shop keeps the rest. I should also mention we're doing this right now as a store club. It gives us the opportunity to be able to bring people together and to get something off the ground. We don't have any long-term vision about where this is going. I know for my sake, for my purposes, keeping it close to the shop keeps my shop going. So that's important to me. One of the things that happens with shops that start clubs is the club it becomes very strong. People begin bringing fish in, and everybody's fish dollars wait for the auction and stop coming into the local store. So for now, we're keeping it in the store to try to kind of keep everything together. So we have items in the auction, but you're all welcome to put items in. The 25% is standard. Some clubs take more. I think that's unnecessary.
Can you set a minimum?
We can, yeah, we can and do. And there's some items where you really will want to have a minimum because, well, like my Wairu, for example, I wouldn't want to sell them for less than $10. You know, if I.
I'm gonna donate it.
All right, let's get started. Ugh. We don't have a whole lot here. We do have some nice stuff. We had a lady come in today. No, a gentleman came in today. He brought He brought 100 guppies.
We bought a 100-year-old home with parliament. It's gonna have a fish room in it, and that's what we're working on now, but it's not finished. She said, wait till the fish room is done, wait till the fish room is done.
I've got 3 bags of guppies. It's a pair in each bag. These are very nice, fancy guppies. I had a fella come in today. He brought a bucket full of guppies. Some of the nicest guppies I think I've ever seen in that kind of environment. We've got them out here. I put them all on display, but I pulled 3 pair out. We're selling them at $12.50 in the store. We're going to start these at $1. It's 1 pair of guppies. Normally go for $12.50. Is there a dollar bid? Do I hear $1? 1, 2. Hold your card up. 2, 3, $3, $4. We have 3. Is there 4? $3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, $8 once. We have 9 where? We have 9 online. So we have a couple of people bidding online. All right. But what we will do with that is we'll hold those, and they will pay through our online store, and then we'll ship them out to them first of the week. So we have a $9 bid back here. Is there $10? Cinnamon has it at 9. That's this bag.
I was waving at Christian, sorry.
All right. We have 6 neons. These are large neons. Is there 6 in there? I don't think there are. There are 4. There are 4
Hi,
large
Christian.
neons in here. Normally go for $4 or $5 a piece. Is there a dollar bid for 4 neons? $1, 2. Is there a $2 bid? $2. $1 once. Anything back there? $1 twice. We have a $2 bid. $2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, $7. We have $7 on the 4 neons. What's your number? Number 4. You want to pass those over, please? Thank you. Yeah, the neons, $4. $7, number 4. Yeah, there are more. Yeah. These are rummy nose. There are 3 rummy nose in the bag. Is there a dollar bid on rummy nose? $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in the back. Any other bids? 10. $10 once, twice. Sold number 4, $10 rummy nose. Bag number 2. Bag number 5. 2 blue Acara. We have 2 blue Acara. A pair of Acara. $0 bid on the tuikara. $1 bid. Is there a dollar bid? We have. No, they're not an African cichlid. These are South American. They are a bit aggressive. They're not terribly aggressive, however. They are very colorful. No, they're not an African. And they don't behave the same way.
Keep them with Africans.
Can you keep them with these?
They're on the same size range.
Yeah, you can keep them with Africans. You can. And they do pretty well, actually. These will get 4 to 6 inches. They're very colorful fish. Really pretty fish. Easy to breed. $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 once, 6 twice. What's your number? Oh, we need to give him, we need a card. The top one. Number 8. Number 8. Was it 5? Pardon?
$6.
$6. Okay. You want to be my runner?
Yep, she's your brother.
Okay. Just take it. Yeah. All right. We have a Skittles. Have you seen the Skittles? They're over there in the corner. These are, they're bettas. They're super fancy. This one is blue with mustard gas. Really, really pretty betta. These normally go for $24. They're really super big. These were not available. It's a brand new strain. They just came out about 2 years ago. I've been trying to get them since then. Finally got a shipment of them in from Thailand. I'm very excited about them. I'm going to start these at 5. Is there a $5 bid? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 15, 15. Is there a $16 bid? 50.
About your tanks.
Pardon? Number 4, $15. Let's see. Oh, all right, great. Who wants to?
We have Christian, Diana, and Cinnamon.
Okay. We have 3 people bidding online with us right now. All right, this is blue gobies. How many are in here? 2, a pair of blue gobies. These are stiffodons.
I don't know much about gobies.
They're really, really nice. Pretty easy to keep, huh?
Do a break my plate tank?
Yeah, they do beautifully in the planet tank. They are a small fish. You can't keep them with a big fish, they'll get eaten. They get about like that. Brilliant colors. They get wonderful colors. These are still small. They're about an inch. Kind of a delicate fish, but a very, very nice fish. We have a couple of people who only do gobies. There are 100 different varieties of gobies. This is one of my favorite, the blue stiffodon. I'm going to start this at $5. Is there? We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11. We have 11. Is there a $12 bid? 11 once, twice. What's your number 2? Number 2, $11 on the gobies. Very nice. Number 2, $11. At the end, just come up and straighten out with Brenda. There are 2 nereids in here. Nereids are a wonderful cleaning snail. They're really one of the best cleaners. They will spawn in your tank, but the eggs are not likely to hatch. They're a brackish water snail. I found them, I used to collect them in Florida. They come from all over the world. These are from Thailand. They're a little more colorful. They come in stripes. They come in rainbow colors. I've never seen them, never had my hands on them. I've seen pictures of them.
We'll give them shaken baby syndrome over there.
Really, the really colorful ones have not made it to the U.S. yet, to my knowledge. I had a friend from Thailand who visited Thailand, a fish guy, who went to an auction in Thailand and took pictures of the neurite snails, blew my socks off. Amazing colors, just literally rainbows of colors. And they're natural. They actually are born wild that way. They've not made it to the States yet. They're still so, the hobby is so big and so powerful throughout Asia, like China and all of the countries along the coast, uh, and India and Sri Lanka and so forth. Hobby is so big there, it's vastly larger than it is here in the States or Europe for that matter. And so there's a lot that goes on there that we never see. Japan's part of that, and they've developed some guppies that are just mind-boggling what they've been able to do in line breeding guppies. Rarely do any of them ever make it here. But these are some that do. These are two neurites. They will probably low-load. They're really tiny low-load. I think they're really tiny. I got them help kind of a fishy one, over 400. Really hard work. Not for the first one. But they're great things. And they're only like the guy do a lot of good work. I sold for about $100. We're going to do an aqua credit. This goes on. This was supplement to 100 gallons of stuff. You mix it in with your substance. The formula is available. We use peat moss the peat moss is chopped up wood. The potting soil is dirt, and garden soil. That's how it's compost. Or compost. You can use compost soil. So you can do all of this in-house. You can even buy all the stuff that everything. It costs you about $175 to buy everything. But you can get it in small quantities. This normally goes $30. Is there a $5 bid? This is something you all will need for setting up your tank. It's not anything that's going to go to waste or not anything you won't use. Next time you set up, if you use this with your potting soil, that's all you need to do. If you can add some peat moss or some ground up wood or even carbon, charcoal, you can mix that in as well. That's what aquafetta is. It's they have a lot of charcoal in it, which holds the bacteria. $5 bid. I'm going to put it down. All right, Ember Tetras. Pretty little tetra. There are 3 in the bag. 3 Ember Tetras. $5 bid. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold your card up. 8, 9, $8. $8 number. Do you have 9? That was your 8. 9 to you. $8. Okay. Your 8. What number? Number 9, $8 for Ember Tetras. Here's another guppy. This one is a snakeskin guppy, a pair of snakeskin guppies. Dollar bid, $0. $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. 6 once. You got 6 back there. Once, twice, sold for $6, number 4. All right. We have 2 bags of neons. One has 4 and one has 3. Let's do it this way. 7 neons. Gonna do both of them for one bid. 7 neons. Is there a $5 bid for the 7 neons? We have 5. Was that a bid?
Yeah.
$5 bid for the 7 neons. Is there $6? $5 once,
Sorry, I probably should
twice,
have followed you.
sold for $5. You're a winner. Yep. Yep.
Two.
Number 2, $5. Very good. And we're down to just a couple of things left. We've got these. Oh, well, these are cool. These are rabbit snails. We have 2 rabbit snails. You ever seen a rabbit snail? They're long. They look like a giant Malaysian trumpet snail. They're like a big auger kind of snail. Another really good cleaner. And a more valuable snail. These are going for like $10 a piece typically. We got 2 of them in the bag. Is there a $2 bid? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $8 once, twice. Is that it?
Yes, you will.
Yeah, I'm gonna $8. And your number 3, $8. Oh, that's the cup. It's another pair of nerite snails. $1 bid for the nerites. There you go. And one more pair of guppies. Number $2. What did I do with the rubber band? Pick that up for me, honey. Whose phone is that? Sounds like mine. Right there, grab that phone.
There's the rabbits in there.
They were rabbits. They sold for, what would be $8? Yeah. One more pair of guppies. This is a beautiful half-black female and what looks like a spayed snakeskin male. $1 for the pair of guppies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. $5 once, twice, sold for $5. Number 4, Brenda. Thank you all very much. You can straighten up with Brenda.
You want me, can I do it for my tank? I'll do it.
Oh yeah, we have a fish tank to sell. Absolutely.
Now this can be for just the tank itself or the snake with it. It's called a deep brown snake. It doesn't eat worms, doesn't need any special lighting. He doesn't have teeth, anything like that. It's super cool. It's about as big as you get. You get the tank, the water bowl, all the plants with it, and it's $15 to start. But you don't have to take the snake with it if you don't want. Alright, cool. Thank you guys.
Oh yeah. Oh, the shrimp. Where are her shrimp, Brenda? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. These are shrimp. We gotta sell them. We have shrimp for sale. How many are in here? 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 8 shrimp in here. Maybe more, 3. How many are there?
Oh yeah, they'd be bait for my tank. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 8 shrimp. 8 shrimp in a bag. Is there a $2 bid for the 8 shrimp? I'm going to bid $2. 3. $3, 4, 5. 4, 5. I'll bid $5. $5 to Father Fish. Right.
Got a $6 bid online.
Got a $6 bid here.
Oh, we got a 6 online. 7. They want it for 8.
8,
8.
We got 8. 9. Make it 10.
11,
11.
You're up to 11. All right.
So,
Who is that?
Diana.
Diana bid online $11 for your shrimp. We, that's great. All right. Is there anything else? All in, all done. There is a bucket. This came in today, and I may as well sell it. There's a siphon in here, a nice bucket, a cleaning brush, another cleaning brush, a top fin water conditioner, and a half stress coat, a little bottle, a thermometer. This is nice.
that's antique.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Look at that. It's a cool thermometer. What else? That's it. And this little top fin bottle. And the bucket. $5. The siphon is worth 20. The bucket's worth a couple of bucks. Is there a $5 bid? $5. $5 here. 6. Is there a $6 bid?
No.
$5 once, twice, sold for $5. Number 3, $5 on the bucket. Are we done? Thank you all. Delightful to have you here.
Thank you.
Right here, $5 on the bucket. Number 3.
Neorites were the last ones, the rabbits were the second ones.
So how much did the nearest go for?
The last ones were maybe $4, and the rabbits were for 8.
Yeah, I think, yeah. You
Diana, that's the shrimp.
you made it more complicated, was she really? That's funny. I think if we just write down the numbers and the amounts, it really is the simplest way to do it. We have more food here. Please eat. Yeah, we do have cookies. Yeah.
You want to do like Bryce said, pass a paper around so people make suggestions of what fish they would want to see next time?
No. Those of you who ate,
What's that parrot? Tiger parrot?
Yeah, tiger packet.
make sure you collect $5 from everybody who ate.
The big brown one in there is a chocolate rhino.
Yeah, she's looking at the white one right now.
Yeah. It was just
Where are the cookies? Where the cookies get to? Let's get them. Bring them over on the table.
Oh, the L25, yeah, he's a scarlet cactus.
Oh, God.
He's right now, he's like this. He's a gorgeous fish that I got literally as a place was going out of business, like as I was leaving home.
He would be too big for our thing.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
That's our hungry.
Yeah, places in
My
my
brother
That
just
too,
Googled
that too.
this and he said that it needs
like,
like
fell in
a
love
50
with them.
gallon and I don't have like a 50 gallon with space.
Blue eyes.
Not true. Yeah, I keep these in 10-gallon tanks.
It said it was semi-aggressive
Pardon?
and
He's starting to get the
I'm
bristles. He's still
full
blue.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
tanks right now. I thought it was tinier because I was sitting all the way back there.
The long fins.
So I'm sorry I can't take it, but I'll give you $5.
Well, I'm not going to take your money if you don't take the fish. Okay, that's all right.
Ducks were decent sized, and he was long tailed, and I just gorgeous. Like the tail's like the size of the body.
Yeah, that's ours, yeah. So I never wanted to breed fish, but we're thinking hard about breeding bristle with like I just like them so they get bright or red.
I actually had 5 and 2 of them just died. It's kind of wild.
We're writing
We were looking at Greenwood Bridge there, and then our realtor sucked.
They all do in my experience.
My God, we got through like 5 of them. So then finally a friend of mine called me and said, Joe, there's a house in Ellendale that would be perfect for you. It's a 100-year-old home, because I was looking for something to redo. And it had a 30 by 40 pole barn. And that was, that was big.
Brenda, can you hear me?
Yeah, so
I need a garage bigger than a house.
yeah, that does, yeah. Nothing. No.
And I gotta say, like, again, I'm from Long Island, New York. I could like throw something and hit a good fish place. I have like 5.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really good. Like they do all the right things. They import, all my stuff is from there. And then
Brenda,
I moved here. It's like,
can you hear me?
Where do I go?
Oh.
Like,
I'm 55. I've had fish tanks since I was 10 years old. In my 25, so 30 years ago, like I said, there was a decent pet store in every town.
Yeah.
I mean, Milford had one, Rehoboth had one, Georgetown had one, Smyrna had an awesome one back in the day. But every town had a pet store, and then all of a sudden they were just all going. And I blame the internet. I think
That's
the
part
internet-
of it. That and the
internet
big
really
box
did it.
stores, yeah. Amazon certainly is killed. That's dry goods though, and that's
But
the
it's not
issue.
just Amazon. I mean, you can go on the internet and buy fish from anywhere you want to buy
you
fish.
can buy fish on Amazon.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I would.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah, I haven't done it, but
Yeah.
I heard
Right.
you can do it.
Yeah, we just started selling fish online.
Yeah.
I was doing it back in the 1990s, selling fish online through Aquabid
Yeah.
when they first started.
Yeah, it's definitely wild. You had a larger, you said it was like a tilapia or something like that. Do you still have it? Yeah?
Yeah, the bleaker eye.
Yeah? How much
Yeah.
are you asking on?
I don't know, I think he's 40. Yeah. We had 2, the other one died. Got killed actually.
Yeah.
I want to get some more though.
Yeah.
They're really cool fish. You can only get them little.
Yeah.
That one I've had for about 4 months, and it's about 4 inches.
What do they get? About 12 inches, 14 inches?
Yeah, well, it's a tilapia, right? Yeah.
Are they like super aggressive?
Not really.
I heard they're more
No, they're really
territorial than
not.
aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. They're really not. I was surprised. I thought it would be a lot more aggressive than it is. Yeah.
I mean, he's going in with some pretty big boys in my tank, so
Right.
I think he'll be all right.
Well, you saw that front tank I got up there
Yeah.
with the 5,000 Africans in it.
Mhm.
We keep throwing stuff in it. Huh? At some point, it's got to crash. We put like 20 little fish in it yesterday.
Everything here's going to go to work.
Stuff that big somebody brought in.
For our home team.
I could have put it with other things, but the other things are smaller.
Yeah.
So I just threw 'em in there.
Still going?
Yeah, it's kind of like playing roulette,
Yeah.
Russian roulette.
Yeah.
At some point, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. You'll find out who's eating who.
Well, the whole thing will crash is what will happen.
Yeah.
I had that happen with that tank when I first set it up. I set it up as a brackish tank, really a salt tank, because I was putting coral reef stuff in it.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
And it was doing real well, but I had a huge big clump of clams that I got from one of the beaches around, I think from down Snow Hill. Big, huge clump right off the shore. Had that sitting in one corner. And a lot of other stuff like that. And loaded with fish. And one night the power went out.
Oh.
And I came in the next morning. You couldn't see through the tank. It was gone. So I didn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But that was fun. It was really cool.
I have like 2 FX6s on my 125,
Mm,
and it keeps you pretty good.
that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I got on that one.
Yeah. And then I have a separate, like just a smaller marine land, like just running UV.
Oh, really?
Because
Oh.
I like learned a vicious lesson with it.
Mm.
I like had just gotten into the hobby and just took out my whole tank. Nothing I could do.
Right, right. Have you been into predatory fish? Their new place?
Yeah, I haven't seen like I was there when like before they even opened. They were doing, they called it a soft opening, but it lasted like 6 months, almost a year.
Yeah, right.
So I had gone in. I got actually a couple of my tiger parrots from him. Gorgeous, gorgeous
I
fish.
bought some dead arowanas from him.
Yeah, the facility now, like what they're doing, what they're getting ready to open is incredible.
I know it's amazing.
Huge, yeah.
40 foot.
Oh, I
40.
watched them like get built because like they were kind of local, so I would stop in like once a month and like go through. Yeah, absolutely. And then tub after tub of just big, gorgeous.
But to me, those, what are they, 30-foot long? with
40
tanks?
foot.
Oh,
40
40
foot.
foot, yeah.
Got a 40-foot tank in there.
Like as soon as you walk in, and they have like these big, huge, like sharks painted silver and gold, and all this crazy stuff. But some absolutely gorgeous fish, crazy. Moray eels and stuff like that.
Where's their money come from? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know, but there's definitely a couple owners there. There's at least like 4 people that like identify themselves as
Well, the Oriental guy was doing stingrays on the West Coast for years.
Oh, okay.
And he had built a huge business, so they partnered up to do this.
Them two do not seem like they would be partners. and
I
yet
know.
they get along
They're so
great.
different,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy, but very, very cool.
It's a strange business, incredible business. They're going to be at Aquashella
Yeah. Oh,
in Jersey
Yep.
this September. I'm going up too.
My other
We got a booth.
my other guy from back home, Underground Aquatics, he does a lot of like shipping and stuff like that. He does the Aquashella thing, and he gets the same thing. He like posts all his like unboxing, Thailand shipment, whatever shipment. This, gorgeous, amazing fish, and again, very knowledgeable, clean shop. Like, moving here was like culture shock.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Man, I have like 4 or 5 great stores within 20 minutes of me back home. I was like, here, I couldn't find it. Until I found this, I couldn't find anything. I went to Fintopia or
Yeah, Fintopia, right.
I think they're the same store.
Super
like Dover,
cichlids, right.
Yeah. And like that was it. And
That's the two we have, here
yeah,
and there. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And half of the tanks there, unfortunately, they're like breeding. You can't even buy the fish. I was like, that's a tease to me.
They're not going to be around much longer, I don't think.
Yeah.
They're burning themselves out.
Yeah. They just rebranded, right? Like within the last year or so?
Yeah.
Something happened with, they bought some discus.
Stendekera, they
and
got,
themselves in trouble somehow.
yeah, they got
I don't know
burned.
the whole story.
Well, I know the whole story.
That's when they
They-
changed names.
Yeah, right after that. They bought out Stendekera out of Germany,
Okay.
the big discus breeder. What they didn't know was that he was selling his franchise to different countries. They thought they were getting the whole operation.
Yeah.
And then they were supposed to be partnering with the guy who had been importing from them for years. That was to be a partnership. He backed out of the partnership. So they were left stuck with about 50 grand worth of fish that they didn't know what to do with in a facility that was costing them 10 grand a month as a warehouse. And they just were in over their heads. So they kind of got out of that. They're sweet people, smart people, really good business people. They started selling box lot stuff online, buying box lots, return items, like from Amazon, and then going through them and putting them online. That's really the core of their business. But she's got real sharp marketing skills and was able to put together really a pretty shop.
Yeah.
But they didn't have good counsel to begin with. They wound up putting all these 75-gallon tanks in where they're putting guppies, neons at a 75
They just
gallon.
redid all that. They just got rid of all their 75s and got smaller tanks.
In the front, yeah, they redid the whole thing. But really nice people. I'd like to partner up with them, and we talked about it a little bit. I think with this book out, we're gonna start wholesaling the Aqua Preta and or food and maybe one or two other items, see if we can get it into more shops. And if we can do that, then that'll move us really in the direction we need to go in, yeah. I like having a shop. It's really great fun
Yeah.
having a shop.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to sell anything. I couldn't do it.
You're right.
I went through the multiple tank syndrome. I have it down to 2 now. I'm good. Like,
Really?
you know,
Wow.
you live and learn. 10, just one more.
Yeah, well, that's the way I deal with with MTS. I run shops.
Yeah.
I had 400 tanks. In my old I had 4,000 square feet, and it was solid.
Plenty of room to fill.
Solid it was. I did a footprint for it, a floor plan, before I opened it. And I went back and looked at that floor plan 6 months later. Everything was on the floor plan was in there. I did it, absolutely all of it. I had 6 tanks that were over 200 gallons. My biggest was 500. It was a big tank, yeah. And a lot of plastic, a lot of, what's that stuff called? No, my brain's gone. The big plastic tanks. What's that stuff called?
Acrylic?
Acrylic,
Oh,
thank
okay,
you,
okay.
thank you. Yeah, I had probably at least 100 feet of acrylic tanks, including 2 4x8 foot trays that had all my coral in. It was really quite a shop.
Yeah, I never got into like salt water or coral or anything like that. Looks like a whole different beast.
I used to have 450 gallons. One was a reef tank, one was African cichlid, one was Central American, South American cichlids, Oscars and stuff. And then the other one was just a community. And then I got divorced from my original wife, or first wife, not my original wife. I just sold everything. Got out of it for a few years. And then she actually started getting me back into it. She said, "Don't you want to tank again?" I'm like, "Dude, once I get started, I can't stop.
Yeah,
I can't stop."
Poking the bear.
Right.
I know. Well, I'm real excited about this import thing. I've never done importing before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just started about 4 months ago, and I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah. I got pretty close with like my local guy, and like the Brazil shipment, I always wanted to like be there for it. Always gorgeous, crazy fish.
The prices are good. The quality's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been real surprised. But, you know, the shipping is such that I get fish 2 days after they're put on the plane.
Yeah.
So that you can't beat
That's
that.
incredible,
Yeah. And when they get them into New York, they rebag everything.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm getting, I don't really need them to, because I get them the same day.
Yeah.
By truck. They
If they're
drive
going from New York to, somewhere in the Midwest. or
wherever.
something,
Yeah,
that's a good
exactly. Right.
practice.
Yeah.
I like fish that need to be in a tank by herself, like a fajada fluffer,
Yeah,
or a
oh,
flower
yeah.
horn.
Uh-huh.
That's the kind of fish I like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I just don't have enough room for all these tanks.
Yeah.
There's
I want
a
2 butterfly koi. I want a black and a white butterfly koi, but you need a pond. You need 500 gallons.
Right, right.
Just for those 2.
There's a shop in Thailand that has about 150 tanks, all the same size. They're all like 29s, I think. Every one of them has 1 flower horn in it.
Yeah.
That's all they carry.
Yep. Because some of them, especially like the showfish, it's crazy. They get so expensive. It's nuts.
Back in the 90s, when I first started selling fish online, I got in touch with a couple of guys in Thailand, young guys, who wanted Central Americans, shipped them a big box of them. They were the ones who developed the flower horn, and they crossed Jack Dempsey. I don't even remember anymore. Like 4 different Central Americans to get that, and they did it as a gift to the Chinese people because they designed it so it would have hieroglyphics, Chinese hieroglyphics on the side. Yeah, just remarkable. It was fun talking to them. Fun shipping them to them too. Yeah, that was That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you do this once a month? Yeah.
Third Saturday.
Third Saturday.
Yeah, it's his second one.
Oh, nice.
I think it'll catch. I'm pleased.
And you have like clearly, how are people like bidding online? What is that for? Like you're taking bids online.
Yeah, well, same way as here. I mean, what we'll do is we'll make up an order for that fish on our online store.
More so, I meant, so you're streaming? Is that you're streaming everything? Gotcha.
Yeah, we're live streaming on YouTube, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Is that via Facebook or like what platform?
YouTube
YouTube?
and Facebook. Yeah. Yeah. Bye, guys. You too. Bye, bye. We had about 30 people watching.
Online, will you ship or is that come pick them up?
No, we'll ship.
Okay.
We we ship every day. We've been shipping plants for years. Just started shipping fish again.
What's the added, like after the auction price, how much is shipping? What's extra?
20.
$20.
Yeah. Plants are 10. Well, dry goods are 10, because that's ground. The live product is second day air. UPS second day air. So that's pretty good. Yeah.
Hold it tomorrow, I'll come get it. Now I'm looking for a baby red shoulder septum. So if you get one,
I'm looking to get several next shipment, and we'll see what I can get.
I was gonna say I'll take a green.
yeah, I think
If you're taking orders.
They're so expensive.
she wants a koi angelfish with a lot of orange.
I got them coming in probably Tuesday. I have a breeder friend in Florida.
Do you post on your?
They'll be put up.
So you'll put them on there?
He's shipping me blues and koi, I think.
I'm not a fan of the blue, but if you like them, we'll put them in.
I don't think they kind of look muddy. to me.
They're not. Yeah, they're never
Yeah,
blue.
they're not, yeah.
So that's, we just bought a 60-gallon cube, and we're gonna put some angels in it.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be angel tank.
Yeah, we just did the same thing.
Yeah,
That's a 60, yeah.
so, and then Cory cats, I love Cory cats.
Man, I got a guy in New York that breeds red devil angelfish. They are the
Oh,
most
wow.
gorgeous color angel I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah, they're-
beyond vibrant.
Don't tell her that. We'll be driving to New York.
It's like 3.5 hours, yeah.
Hey, Pennsylvania's what,
Yeah.
three?
And within that 4 hours, you'll get to hit like 5 good shots. Like,
Right.
It's not a bad trip.
And how many hours of traffic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
Just
your.
gotta leave at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Now, have you been to that fish place, that pet place?
I was just up there 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
I saw you there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's where I
Yeah.
got my cube from.
Right,
where
you
is
were
that?
walking
It's
in, right.
It's 30, not even 30 minutes from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay, no, I
It's
haven't been
called
there.
Centerville.
I have.
It's
I have-
huge.
I believe it's the biggest pet, I believe I've read it's the biggest pet store in the United States.
10,000 square feet.
Wow.
It's
Um,
monster.
now
And that's in Pennsylvania?
Yes, so it's less than 3 hours.
Yeah. Sounds like a trip needs to be made.
So
It's not worth it for the fish.
No.
No,
Really isn't.
no. I don't think so neither.
Yeah.
It's a nice day trip.
It's a great shop to visit
Right.
to see what's, but it's a dry goods shop,
Oh, gotcha.
you
And
know.
they got some reptiles. And,
Yeah.
but the
Birds,
best thing
yeah.
is, get on their mailing list 3 times a year if you're looking for a fish tank. 3 times a year they have 25% off all tanks.
Oh, wow.
They don't mail the coupon. You got to pick it up when you get to the store.
Yeah.
But the last 2 times we've been were on those days, so I just bought that 60-gallon cube for $2.25.
Wow.
I thought it was an amazing price.
Yeah. I do a lot of marketplace. I feel like almost every tank I've gotten off
I'm so
marketplace.
scared of marketplace
I
tanks.
know. And like I said, I literally paid $400 for this 210. just getting into
Huh.
like resealing and whatnot, but I was like, there's no way, because I've been looking for one for a while. Like more than my 125. I really wanted like a nice 7-foot profile. It was more that. It was more the size. That
Oh,
I
it's a
wanted.
7-foot one?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah,
So is it not 2 foot deep?
yeah.
It probably just,
Yeah,
yeah,
7 by
it's
2
2
by
foot.
2.
Usually the 210s are 6 foot by 2 foot by 30 inches. Normally, roughly,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, this is 7. This is 7 feet long.
So 2 by 2,
2
but
by 2.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Nice big profile. Literally sat in my living room for like a week, just me looking at it.
Right,
Like,
right.
what do I want to reseal this? But like, there were just too many spots where like the silicone was like worn away, like right to the corner. I was like,
I had
don't
one
know how to
like
do
that
this.
that was chipped, had a corner chip,
Yeah.
and I loaded that with silicone.
Yeah.
Never got it to quit leaking.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Never did.
Yeah. So.
It was a 200.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's just too much
we
pressure.
Just worked our asses off. We bought this 100-year-old house that has wood floors.
Yeah.
That are terrible looking. I'm like, we worked our ass off refinishing
Right,
this
if I
floor.
come home to 200 gallons.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my 100-year-old hardwood floor. Woo, Lord.
That's what I was looking for. I was very much looking. Sold my house back in New York. I was like, I want to find like an old Victorian or something like that, fix it up.
Oh, there are a lot of them around.
Yeah. But I figured I would like. So we're like renting for a year. I was like, let's check the area. Let's look around, see if we even like it and whatnot. Her family is from here,
Okay.
but definitely taking some use to, you know.
It's a great place to live.
Yeah.
It really sure is
They
wonderful.
don't lie when they say low and slow though. That's
Oh,
the big
you
thing.
got
I'm
it.
born and raised here, so I like that. I don't like the fast pace.
Yeah.
I do miss all the fish tank stores that were everywhere. But I don't miss having to drive a half hour to go to the grocery store. I like that. I like driving a half hour to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I don't want one on my corner, you know, but I would like to have some fish tanks or some pet stores around.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, we're not.
Nice to meet you all, guys.
Yeah, very good.
Great to have you here. See you next month.
See you next month.
Good seeing you guys.
Good seeing you, bud.
Is there anything else you want me to put back in the shed? I'm about to put the grill back and the stove.
No, that's good. Well, we need to put all the chairs in.
Well, yeah, Brenda said it was gonna wait till Monday.
We'll do that Monday. Yeah. Good night, all. Thank you.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye, honey. $7:30.